I never really realized how much vernacular comes from gold mining. Like, shit, that didn't pan out. It comes from gold mining, right? It didn't pan out. Didn't pan out. It didn't pan out any gold. It didn't pan out. And then there's a lot of sayings we use. What's that? A drum. Surfing ones are my favorite. Yeah. I wish I guess did we? No, that's Polynesian. But I wish we invented surfing because that would make sense, Americans, baseball, poker, gold mining, and surfing. That's what we're all about, man. All right, we're live everywhere. So, first off, before I go over, let's see. Yeah, might as well just wait a sec here. If on TikTok as well. And skateboarding, maybe? I don't really see skater life on the same level as beach bum surfer life. Like there's not like a bunch of people like hanging out having barbecues at the skate park. Skaters are just losers. Surfers are fucking awesome. Nah, I gotta say, I don't think so, yeah. Surfers are the winners of the losers, At least they're living the life, It's not exactly something you should be proud of if you keep getting evicted from your fucking $300 a month roommate situation because you're a skater. Hey, I'm a skater. Yeah, but it's just a little more beautiful. Surfing. I gotta try this video game thing out on TikTok. I gotta do that. But I guess you can only share your screen. You can't share your camera. I'll have to research that. Ben, Evan, I'm working on a rough sketch turning you into a superhero. Somewhat like Silver Surfer. Oh, dude, that's like my favorite character of all time. But instead of surfboard, it's a can of tuna. You fight socialism, and your logo is a green trend line. It looks like a lightning bolt. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Kind of like green lightning. And I go out and I kick skaters' asses. No, we can coexist. All right. So, anywho, good morning, everybody. Let's get this program going. We got 18 minutes until the open, and it's an interesting market. No? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get my indexes corrected here, so I don't look up and I'm not misinformed. We're really needing it. There we go. Okay. First of all, I should say that there's no stocks up over 50% in pre-market. None. that are worthwhile with volume and, over $1 or anything. So this usually means a day with very little volume. That signals a low volume, low volatility day. What we search every day is for stocks in pre-market that are up over 50%. And the number that are up over 50% versus the number that are up over 20% can give you an idea of how hot momentum trading is going to be. So right now there's none, 0. And but over 20% we have 4. We have Clone or whatever, I don't remember what they're called, Clean Energy, CLNE, not up on as much volume. XELA, XELA, which is 20 million shares right now, but apparently that's not even above normal. And it only moves like 7 cents a day. So it'll be interesting if it moves. It's up like 20 cents. XCUR, which is another penny stock, is now at 18 cents and popped up to 24 cents. And then BBIG is continuing to run. So I think probably BBIG probably sounds like it's going to be the best opportunity. Sounds and looks like it's going to be the best opportunity. If you really look at the chart there, it's above WAP and holding its rallies right now, going into the open 16 minutes before the open. And XELA is kind of just holding steady. So, but like I said, there's no stocks over 50% right now. So even the momentum opportunities here are So anyway, overnight, Microsoft had an earnings report that was like a slight beat, but you would consider it to be in line because it was like probably a 3% beat, 3 to 10% maximum beat, pretty much in line. Okay, so that for whatever reason caused the stock to drop in after hours yesterday. But then after the guidance call, the guidance was all, I guess, unicorns and rainbows. And it went up 25 points after dropping 20 points in after hours. So that's where we're at this morning on Microsoft. And it's up another 10 points on that. So it's up 35 points off the after hour low. But you can really think of it as it's up like 10 points today, and it's still in bearish territory, but it's good. It's good to have guidance. So that, however, has trickled over and gave investors enough confidence in the market to have the market go up across the board as well. In other words, everybody's following suit now. They figure, okay, if we can still grow, then growth will still grow in the next quarter based on what Microsoft's saying, then our PE multiples will, come down and then can reinflate and not be excessively high in multiple. So for you guys who understand PE multiples, that's pretty much the reasoning why the market's getting some lift right now. And I don't think that's really going to go away until perhaps the Fed talks. And there's a 50-50 chance on which way the market's going to go based on what the Fed talk. What I was going to say about that is that, however, once the Fed has finished speaking, or during the Fed speech, volatility on the market is released. So we'll probably see the VIX go down many points throughout that talk later today. Does anybody have the time of that talk today? They're usually at 1 p.m. Eastern, or even 2 or 3. They can sometimes have different times. If anybody can look that up and let me know, let me know. Good morning, people over on Twitch and YouTube. How you doing? And TikTok, what's up? Yeah, it's interesting, right, Daniel? 2 p.m. is the word we have, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. is when that'll be happening. So 2 hours before the market closes. So for now, the market is up on, Microsoft's earnings. The whole market is up on Microsoft's earnings. I mean, we're going to need to hear a little bit more over the next 2 weeks about earnings, but it was a nice first earnings report. But so on that, however, right before the open right now going on, gold is dropping. So that's a good sign that there's going to be some investing today. They're going to move some money out from gold and put it right into some higher performing growth stocks, apparently. Oil is up above yesterday's high. So oil and energy continue to kick major ass. I mean, in the last month or I think quarter, they've been up like 30 or 40%. So annualized, that's like, it's massive. It's like a 500% annualized. Okay, energy is on fire, right now, especially with inflation going on. And financials are starting to come back as well off of that dip a couple days ago. Industrials and base materials as well. So inflation is starting to kind of like round out and kick back in and come into the picture again. Rates remain relatively unchanged from yesterday's high at 10-year at 1.78. So that, always bodes not great for tech, but we're going to find out if the Fed is going to, what their outlook is and if they're going to be raising or lowering rates when. We're going to try to figure that out based on the conversations that the Fed makes. So we're ready to go here. Be big. If you want to get in, you ought to wait until the break of the pre-market high, really, at this point. So 3.9, and at that point, the low of the last rally pullback becomes your stop. Currently, that's 350. So 40 cents of risk to get into Be Big per share. And then XCUR, XELA, and Clone. And we're going to be watching Microsoft, by the way. Microsoft could end up grinding up all day, rallying, topping and turning around. The average true range in a given day for Microsoft is $11 roughly. So if we are opening here at 305, maybe, it wouldn't be unusual for Microsoft to give a bigger range day today because of its earnings. It could easily run and go up those 11 points. So 317 would be a high side target for sure, 317 on Microsoft. And if it happens to dip, then we'll try and get a dip buy-in. And everything else on the market is in a similar position. So if Tesla starts to run or Amazon starts to run or Apple starts to run, it's because probably Microsoft is running. And everyone just wants Microsoft to be in the lead. If Microsoft doesn't do good right now on the open, how do you think the other stocks are going to do? They're not going to do well. So Microsoft is the stock to watch and perhaps even trade. So in 9 minutes, the market opens. And at that point, you could buy Microsoft or Microsoft calls in order to get a trade out of that, in order to get a potential trade out of that. And I'll call out the risk and stop points on that when they happen. For example, right now, the right place to enter on Microsoft momentum-wise to the upside is 306.40. So keep that number in mind, 306.40, write it down. If we don't break that before the open, then that's the price to get in at. Okay, just a second, Lishi. And there we go. So that should sound better now. I'm on backup mic now. Huh? No, that's all right. How you doing, Lishi? How's everything going with you? All right. All right, so we have 8 minutes in the market open, and B-Big's pulling back a little bit before the open.
we're getting, what is this? We're getting a slight uptick in the VIX, but in general, it's holding the 29 level right now. You guys over on TikTok, if you want to check out my trading group, you can just come on over to the link in my profile. Tesla over 960 for calls. Exactly. Who is that? You nailed that. Jin Man. Jin Man, you got it. That's exactly it. 960. If Tesla breaks 960, you can go long. You can go long on Tesla for a day trade. Could be a short one, a little quick rally. Could grind up all day. Follow the path of victory. And you'll want to put on about $6 of risk at that entry point. Stop at 954. That would be VWAP and a pivot low. It's kind of a beautiful setup because Tesla normally costs a lot more. It's usually about a $10 or $11 of risk. Tesla only $6 of risk should it break 960 this morning. That's good. You can buy more shares. You can make more money. And the average true range of Tesla these days, about $60. So we're talking potentially, if that was the lowest it touches, 960, it could go to 1020. It would not be hard for Tesla to touch 1,000 today. So that could be a potential trade. We've got 6 minutes until the market opens, and we are highly prepared. If you're interested in checking out our trading group, click the link in my profile or the link somewhere. Am I still holding my Apple puts? Oh, yes. Yes. But I do have a hedge to the upside for this week. So in other words, I have 2 months thesis on Apple going down, but I have this week protection and antithesis on that Apple could make some progress to the upside, and so I have a hedge against that. Abdul asked that question. How's it going, Abdul? So will you call out Microsoft Call, or do you need to check your plays in the VIP? No. Phil, you've been with us for so long. You know the deal. I will call it out live, but better than that, you should learn these strategies so you're on top of them and ready to go. So the different ways that Microsoft's going to trade today, opportunities that it could present for us today, are it breaks. Here it comes. Actually, there was a move there. Okay, it's already pulling back now. But if it breaks 306.40, 306.40, you get in for about $2.50 of risk using the 1% rule. And then if it doesn't necessarily do that, but it looks like it's about to do that right now. If you can get in pre-market, anybody, that would be $2.50 of risk if Microsoft breaks 306.40. Yeah, Dondrell just said Tesla just broke 960, so that's entrance on Tesla pre-market 4 minutes before the market even opens. Entrance on Tesla for $6 of risk. It's now $7 of risk because it's at 961. So we're already getting signals right before they open. So Apple's probably next, and 164 is the price to beat on Apple. If Apple breaks 164, you can get in for $1.50 of risk. Stop at 162.50. Be writing these down. Get your orders ready. Be on top of the ball. Microsoft has not broke yet, but Tesla has. We have 3 minutes until the market opens. It's just call. It's just a calls against my puts. Daniel, you're talking about Apple. XCUR really fading out. Be big, we've still got potential, but it broke below VWAP. So we need to wait for it to break 3.9. Be big. The price to break on Be big, 3.9. And we have 2 minutes until the opening bell. Tesla is now almost at 962. So it's already up almost $2 from the 960 breakout. $6 of risk. Now it's $8 of risk to get in if you didn't get in. Microsoft about to break that point, 306.40. 2 minutes till the market opens, 306.40. If we break 306.40, we'll be getting in for $2.50 of risk using the 1% rule. And what was the other one? And if Microsoft, there it goes. Microsoft just broke and it's already at 307. All right, who's in Microsoft? We have 2 minutes to the market open. That'd be a pre-market trade, pre-market entry. 307.40. So it's up $1 already. So it's up 0.3% from entry. And Tesla with a big red bar pulling back all the way to 956. Your stop is at 954. Let it put in its range. 308.75 on Microsoft. We just hit. Apple about to break out. Remember, 164 is entry on Apple for $1.50 of risk. Here we go. 1 minute until the market opens. XCUR is fully faded. XELA is starting to show some promise, but we need to see it break 75 cents. At that point, you can get in for 7 cents of risk, stop at 68 cents. Amazon's got really light volume though right now, so I wouldn't even go near it. Tesla is looking like it's going to break down before they open. Like, what are you doing, Tesla? 954 should be your stop on Tesla. Apple's about to break out. Microsoft is running. Entrance has already happened. Pre-market. We have 40 seconds until the market opens. $20 seconds. Apple has not triggered yet. If Apple hits 164.01, if Apple can get over 164, that's entrance for $1.50 of risk. Microsoft, we're already in, or you're going to have to catch that tiger by the tail right at the open. And Tesla has crapped out. Tesla breaking to the downside. Next entrance on Tesla long will be 962. Let's wait 5 minutes on Tesla. All right, here we go. All right, Microsoft trading very heavy. I mean, this is a really big day for Microsoft. Microsoft pulling back at the open from 308 to 306. Our stop is currently 304. So we're still in it. And this is giving everyone an opportunity to get in either at a lower price and a lower risk level or on the rebreak at 309. Energy is doing great this morning. But right now at the open, energy has pulled back. Big drop on consumer staples and gold. So protectives, defensives dropping at the open. Pulling that money out and putting it into growth likely is what's going on. We are definitely seeing the Qs rally and lead this market. So tech leading the market right now. XELA starting to come up more than Be Big or XCUR. XELA seeming to show promise. Also CLNE, clean energy, CLNE. If it breaks 625, CLNE. If it breaks 625, you can get in for 25 cents of risk, stop at 6. If XELA breaks, you'd be waiting for that break at 75 cents, and you can get in for 7 cents of risk, stop at 68 cents. Apple did not break out yet, no entrance on Apple. Microsoft is pulling back more, 305, 304. The Qs are turning around. We're pulling back on the Qs. The Dow is now broken pivot to the downside. The industrials have now broken pivot to the downside. This is a little bit unexpected, but this may mean that we'll be able to get a 5-minute, possibly a 5-minute dip by entry signal on Microsoft, maybe much lower. Maybe we're going to test, mid 290s on Microsoft before Microsoft takes off. We'll see. Tesla has broken to the downside. We are now 2.5 minutes into the trading session. Once we get to that 4-minute point, 5-minute point, then you can look at your different stocks here and see what was that opening range, the high and the low. And then around minute 5, whichever direction it breaks of that box, of that range, that opening range breakout, ORB, that's the direction you can take on whichever stock that is. And then you just got to know how to trade from there and use pivot points in order to get out or get in as necessary. All right, so that's what we're waiting on now. Microsoft pulling back, the market pulling back, the Dow tugging down. It looks like Tesla wants to continue to the downside. Potential entry could have been below VWAP or on that pivot break that we were talking about, 954. Potentially. It doesn't, you'd be taking a risk, but it wouldn't be too bad. 954 would have been $8 of risk. Microsoft all the way down to 301. Everybody's out of Microsoft. 354 was the stop. Don't ever get into a stock unless you know where you're going to be getting out. Don't get into things unless you know where you're going to get out first. So this is not green over red candle, is it? On the market. It's not really green over red. This is like, as a matter of fact, it's red over green right now. It's a very peculiar situation, which I haven't seen. You don't see too often. Here's another one, red over green over here. 2 green days and then red. Red over green, red over 2 greens at the bottom of a pivot was then followed by continuation to the downside previously. How's family? Who are you? Who is this? Is this Christine? Who is this? Family's good. Is this Christine, my mistress? No. Just like there was somebody from my high school, like, can you imagine being that dumb? Oh, God. I can. I'm not that dumb, but I can imagine some people being that dumb. I think we all can. So we're waiting to see, we're waiting to pick the bottom here. We can pick the bottom using the 5-minute candles. CLNE broke out 625. So if you wrote down those breakout points and stop losses, you should be entry now on CLNE. 625 was entrance for 25 cents of risk, stop at 6. CLNE has broken to the upside. What's the Fed supposed to talk about today? Going to affect the market, correct? Oh, it's definitely going to affect the market. They could say what the market was expecting, and it would affect the market. The market would like just whip in a particular direction. Anyway, yeah, they're going to talk about jobs and inflation mostly and primarily. Unemployment, jobs, inflation, growth of the economy. How can we stimulate business? How can we stimulate wealth? How can we stimulate growth? How can we stimulate jobs? And, how can we keep inflation under control so that our people don't experience so much duress that they start jumping off bridges. So that's what we're going to hear about today. It's going to be interesting. Faraz says, take a look at Lockheed Martin. Yeah, Lockheed Martin continuing to run. That was a breakout, small breakout right there. Yesterday was really the day to get into Lockheed Martin for a swing if you believe it can hold up in this market. Normally, in a VIX under 20 environment, we would have definitely taken that swing. It was a double breakout. What was that ticker? Is Watt ever going to move? Is your money just sitting in there? God, that's in a gorgeous downtrend. If there's anything you can count on, it's that this stock is going to go down. So hope that's what you needed to hear. What's up, Dondrell? She do you like Tim Cook. You're the father of my children, remember? All right, there we go. Microsoft continuing to the downside. That's a breakdown of the opening range. You can now short Microsoft temporarily for if anyone wants to take a 1 to 20 minute short side scalp. There you go. And we're still going to pick the bottom for upside thesis on Microsoft. Yet that was the short entry, the opening range breakdown on Microsoft right there at 302. You'd have to put on $6 of risk on that. And Apple not doing the same, but at this point we've got 5-minute ranges put in across the board. So whatever you're watching, if it's going to move today at all, just take the side of whatever side it breaks, whether it's break down or break up. Clone is still going, 6.4 now. Entry was at 6.25. Who's in Clone and how much you up? How much you bench? CLNE. Preston's in at 6.25. Very good. Just follow the path of victory on that, Preston. Have you studied that? Just let it do its thing. You can do this. Win or lose, that's the method that's going to make you the most money. All right, Microsoft seems to have found support. Doesn't seem to want to go down any further, but the Qs do seem to want to continue down right now. Tesla making had a bounce back there, but it's making an about face, and it looks like it's going to go down and break down further. And same with Microsoft. It looks like it's now going to follow the Qs down even further. We haven't hit bottom necessarily yet on Microsoft. WEI is halted. Okay, we're going to watch that. WEI started at 225 when the market opened. Well, just a couple minutes ago, it started to pop. and it's now halted right around $3. So there's either some funny business going on there, pump and dump, or some good news. It looks pretty pump and dumpish. What did I call as the bottom on Tesla on the channel before breakdown numbers? I think it was 880. 880. And but now 620. No, Dondrell, I said 620. I'm pretty sure. No, I think you're talking about Austin. Austin said 630. Well, no. He is talking about my latest update that maybe you didn't hear, Stephen. But price target on Tesla is 620 for the next 2 months. And there goes Microsoft continuing down. Same with the market. So you guys starting to see how what happens? This is like a really important mental flip switch that you need to learn about on the stock market is just because the market is up in pre-market or opening up from yesterday's close, and then everyone's reporting that whatever it is up, doesn't mean it's going to go up that day. So as a day trader, that's not really what you're concerned with. It doesn't indicate anything, because as you can see, we're opening up today and the market is moving down. So on the day, the direction is down. And that's what you're concerned with in day trading, is current direction. Doesn't matter. You're going to lose money if you bet up right now. Well, right now might be a good idea. Who knows? But if you bet up while the market's going down, what are you doing, right? So the same thing happened the last 2 days as well. Is the market was way down before the open and then ended up green each day. So just because things are down in after hours doesn't mean they're not going to go up. Doesn't mean it's going to go down. There's hardly any correlation, really. Well, Dondrell, I mean, that's exactly not really disappointing. I mean, I told you if Tesla, breaks to the downside, it might be or Microsoft or any of these, be ready to go short. There goes Apple. Apple broke its opening range. Who got into Apple short now on that breakdown? 162.30 was entrance, shorting or to the downside. Can Tesla hit 900 today? I don't think so. I don't think the markets can provide that much volatility. And I think at some point, Microsoft's going to find bottom and rally, and that's going to create possibly a bottom in the market today. It's kind of dependent on Tesla. Like Microsoft. Did I say Tesla? I meant Microsoft. Microsoft's going to have to find some kind of a bottom. And I think the market's going to respond to that because Microsoft needs to find its valuation. You guys want to hear something crazy? Some of you new people to the stock trading. This is an interesting thought as well. Another, I don't know, interesting thought. The price of the stocks, that you're looking at, like the market cap and the stock prices, have no bearing on the actual company. You might have thought that, like, in other words, like if Microsoft is way, way, way up, it means Microsoft is way, way, way up as a business. Like that they get that money. Like that if the stock is up, Microsoft has more money from shareholders. It's the funniest thing in the world when you find out that's not true at all. Stock certificates are just like trading cards. This is it's just called a secondary market. You guys are basically at a flea market right now, and you're trading baseball cards. It doesn't matter what the value of the stock price is. It doesn't affect the business. These stock certificates were sold during the IPO or during offerings. They're gone. That's already done. They already did their fundraising on those. They got the price at the beginning and when they offered it. Now everyone's just trading them back and forth with each other, just in case someday the company buys back shares or really, I mean, you're also just trading them back with each other based on the fact that you guys all value them more. But employees hold options and employees hold shares and investors hold shares, some of the private investors. So there is this underbelly of benefit to insiders from the share price. That is true. But they're not realized. It's not realized. And that's only to the shareholders, not to the company. So the stock market, once it's, done being offered, those shares are being offered, they've raised their money, and now we're just all trading baseball cards back and forth. You can kind of think of it. That's kind of silly when you think about it. That's definitely not the long and the short of it. And the higher the valuations of the shares, the more of a competitive advantage it puts them for raising money. It's mostly for raising money. And also it raises their goodwill, which is a fundamental. In other words, a company that's doing super, super good on the stock market is a company that's more well known, it's more popular, and that raises their goodwill. It's like sort of a buffer value. Like Coca-Cola has massive goodwill. Like on top of their business, like they have 80% goodwill. The value of Coca-Cola is highly dependent on the fact that they're just Coca-Cola, not their earnings, not their Coca-Cola. The name holds so much value. That's called goodwill. That it really gives it a lot of support. Interesting stuff. All right, this market is trying to come off at the bottom now. The Dow leading us out of the bottom, it looks like here. Clone, CLNE, keep holding on that one. It's still rising. By the way, WEI came out of the halt and came all the way back down. So we're just going to take that off of the radar. That was a nothing. And Microsoft ought to be following some suit here, / finding bottom around here. So we're going to keep watching. We need to be above WAP and above a 5-minute candle high in order to create entry. And once we do get that entry, it could fly. And it's coming. It's coming. If we can get over, for example, 303.60 on Microsoft, and we're close, towards the end of a 5-minute period, not the beginning, then we can comfortably get an entrance there. $303.60 is the price we're looking for on Microsoft towards the end of a 5-minute period. Pop quiz. Are we at the beginning, middle, or end of a 5-minute period right now? Correct. Beginning. Correct. We're in the first minute. First minute, 50 seconds here. Heading towards the middle. So what we're talking about as far as the end is maybe the last minute and a half, the last minute, last 30 seconds. So that's when we'll be ideally wanting to see Microsoft looking like it's going to have a green candle break over a 5-minute red candle high over VWAP on the 5-minute candle chart. And that would constitute entry. Our stop would be at 300. So 303.60 to 300 is $3.60 for risk per share. All right, clone is still going. Phil, you're doing good on that. CLNE, clean energy. I like to call it clone. The average range on Microsoft is $10.60. Yeah, Mr. M, exactly. You know, once we're in, we would follow that rule. Yeah, the day swinging methodology, path of victory. All right, SPY just broke out to the upside, and so did the Dow. Surprisingly enough, tech is not. I just glanced over at inflation, at rates, and rates are moving up. Financials are moving up. Everything's moving up really quite strongly in the inflationary area of things. So real estate, industrials, energy, base materials, rates, and then also protectives are going way back up again. Somebody said, no, never mind. I'm going to put that back in protectives. So XLP, XLU, and then XLV is also going up. Healthcare. Oh, by the way, XLU, that's utilities, and XLP, that's consumer staples. All right, Microsoft still not up and over 303, and we're coming to the end of our 5-minute candle here. Okay, we're getting there. We got 30 seconds left. If the next candle breaks it, it's likely to continue because that's 2 green candles in a row. We're over VWAP. We fulfilled a very close hit with in a 5-minute period to 303.60. No, it's pulling back. We got 10 seconds to end with some strength on this 5-minute candle. Come on, Microsoft. You can do it. And that candle is now over. All right, next candle opened up in about the top 30% of the range. It's still not too bad. Still be looking for that breakout of 303.60, potentially on some nice volume on Microsoft. Microsoft just can't get it up yet. How many of you are in oil? Did anybody, many months ago get into my energy plays? And are you still holding? Because they are doing great. CLNE. Yeah, that's right. CLNE clone. I would wait for the breakout of 962, Li Shi. Yeah, dig. Be big, just going down, down, down. Put your money somewhere that's going up. Somebody asked me thoughts on BBIG. Yeah, oil's doing great. Energy's doing great. Inflation's doing great. Inflationary plays. XLF coming back around. for us in XLI, XLB, XLRE. Remember we were talking about that the other day, showing some renewed relative strength on the market. Microsoft did not trigger the 5-minute candle entry, and it looks like it's failing out. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing when you have these systems, I tell you, because not only does it get you nice entries, it also keeps you out when you shouldn't have never gotten in. So that's what's going on Microsoft right now. Microsoft's failing out. It's just finding its value. I don't think there's anything bad going on Microsoft. But I did say that I think it was, based on what I was seeing, it's probably going to go down and test like 298. The short on Microsoft is still on. Who's still on Microsoft short? Because the stop on that would have been just 308, totally the other side. If you wanted to get that scalp short. Okay. That's fine, Matthew. I mean, that's where I'm at. You just got to weather some pullback sometime. Okay, cool. You're going to short Microsoft to 295.5. All right, that's quite specific. So you've done your demand zone analysis. Good job. Okay, tech, and on the minute chart is in a sideways trend. So tech is just holding. Yeah, day trading. My own method called day swinging, swing trading, macro trading, and investing. Kind of weird when the host doesn't say what question they're answering, but you kind of figured out that somebody asked me, "Am I a day trader?" And if you guys over on TikTok want to learn more about day trading in general, all the markets and trading, I've got some video lessons. You can go over here. I'll paste it to you if it'll let me. Let me see. There we go. Or you just have to type market mastery into Google. And I'm the #1 result. Thank you, SEO. Well, the SPY is now breaking to the upside, and the Qs look like they're going to make it. And the Dow definitely starting to run even further now. So maybe Apple will also follow suit, and Apple's probably would come up from the rear. Yeah, there it is. It's starting to tick up. If the Qs, it looks like the Qs are going to follow suit. These breakouts, though, on the market, I don't know how sharp they are. They keep being followed by pullback. But it's pretty decent range. A dollar up, half a buck down. Dollar up, half a buck down. And that can be fine, Jorge. Just wait for the breakout. XELA is starting to come up off the bottom. XELA. Potential opportunity there. That's it on CLNE. Exit CLNE. Whoever's in it, Phil. For all intents and purposes, that's probably your best exit price right now. $6.39. So that's all you got out of that. Hey, it's something. To be able to take a risk and even make something, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Good job, Preston. Way to go. You played that perfectly. DraftKings breaking to the upside, already up almost $2. DKNG DraftKings. Maybe it's got some more range in it. Its typical daily range is $2 though, so it's just about there already. Could be a good spot to get in short on DraftKings because it is just not been doing well. And if you could ever get to the top side of these pullbacks, you probably would have wished you did. So this might be a very good point to go short on DraftKings. So that's what I'm going to do. Somewhat counterintuitive because it seems to be running, but I'm planning for weeks and weeks ahead of negative delta. What? 'Microsoft's got a slight bullish double bottom there on Microsoft. So the pivot to break now is 303.50, exactly 303.50. If it can break 303.50, your stop would be at 300. It's coming upon it now. Stop at 300, 303.50 breakout on Microsoft, potentially coming up right now, $3.50 of risk. Microsoft. $303. It's getting close. In fact, on the 5-minute candles, you can get in now on Microsoft. Microsoft, little early entry on the upside. Same thing though, $3 a risk, stop at 300. Microsoft. Yeah, we're going to go over that other red candle. Do you see it there, Dondrell? 2 back. Because that red candle and that level of break is over VWAP. and it's so close to 303.50, which is the pivot high down at the bottom there, that with that momentum, it ought to eventually break it. So it's just a whole cavalcade of good stuff. It's a little bit of an early entry, but it looks like it's going to work out. It's, if I can get you guys into things a little bit early, that can be good. A tightening spread? I don't know. Did they introduce more strikes? I don't know. You might want to ask Percival about that for us. Yeah, I'd love to see you do that. For us is laughing. You did? Oh, you did. Just right now. Okay. He's the master at spreads. We can't take that away from him. Clone CLNE did re-break to the upside fill, so technically that would be a re-entry. That's for the advanced players here. All right, TikTok. Thank you very much. If you'd like to check out our trading group, go to my profile and click the link. That's the end of the TikTok stream. Thank you. We're going to resume members only. We're going to continue with members only streams. So if you want to check out our trading group, just click the link in my bio. All right. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope to see it again tomorrow. The Dow now head and shouldering short-term wise on the intraday chart. Tesla hit that top, looking like it was going to break out. No, I don't think so, Mark. I don't think he wants to learn how to be good at any of this. NVIDIA is running. Okay, that's a short also, by the way, for a 2-month short. See how the chart's going down? Sometimes it has up days. Downtrend. All right, if you got into Microsoft, you got to cut it any second here. It does look like it's going to break 300. This is just going to be a chop day. So, directions aren't holding. So, okay, that's it. If you want to short on Microsoft, you can go short now. But that's it for me. It's a low volatility day. The opportunities are nil. Save your money. I'll see you tomorrow. Or let's see what happens the last 2 hours of the market as well. Is anyone into, Christina wants to know, is anyone into NFTs in here? Someone sold a damn anime for 8 Ethereum. Dude, there's been so many amazing stories in the NFTs. What's an NFT? He's got to be joking. Yeah. Yeah, very sideways day. You guys go ahead and continue talking about NFT. I'll tell you what, I'll create a channel right now over on the Discord for NFT talk. That'll be kind of fun. I'll put it in the VIP member. No, I'm not even going to put it in the VIP member area because I'm going to put it over in the free area. NFT talk. Create the channel. There we go. And how do I share it? Let's see. Do you guys see it? It's over there. I'll tag Christina in there for sure. And who else likes to talk about NFTs? I'll tag you in there. Faraz. And Lishi, that's funny. Lishi, what's your username on the Discord? I don't know yours. Kristen, what's your username? Give me your guys' Discord usernames and I'll tag you in the NFT channel. Like right now, just type into the Zoom. I'm going to, by the way, thank you guys over on Twitch and YouTube. I'm going to stop that stream now. SkyScore. Oh, Lishi, are you SkyScourge? All right. Sometimes I give you shit in there. I didn't know yours. I give SkyScourge shit sometimes. TGBO, yeah. Who else? I got 4 of you now. Kristen. Kristen, number 89. I don't know if I can do it that way. Kristen, you got to go into our Discord. I'm not your friend or something. You're not coming up. Oh, there it is. Kristen, okay, hold on. It's, what was the numbers after that? 8929. I found you. All right, there we go. CRP 9495. What are you, a fucking robot? All right. Phil, what are you? Are you just Phil? Phil, Mr. Product Maker. There you are. All right, look, I tagged all of you in there. It's channel topic. Let's talk about NFTs. And potentially make some moolah. Everybody. Oh, can you guys not see it? Maybe you can't see it. Oh, no, yeah, of course, you can see it. All right. There we go. And we're starting to get the... starting to get some emojis going there on the post. Good. All right. So Catch you in the NFT room. I'd love to hear what you guys are talking about. And very good. Have a good morning, you guys. What's going on right now in the market is we're retracing back down. Overall, it's in a slight uptrend, you know. So, yeah, he muted you. And you can't even slap emojis on his comments. Oh, gosh. Percival muted you, and you can't slap emojis on his comments. Some people just gotta be like that. I mean, I don't mute anybody. I just fucking block them. I just get him out. I just kick him out of the group. Why do we gotta be pussies about it? Let him know he will likely unmute. He will? That's, I don't know. Maybe we don't want him to unmute. Well, I know he unmuted me because I'm me in this group. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we fight a lot. I don't know. I think Percival fights a lot with a lot of people. Daniel, I didn't, but you know, it's you can go find it. It's on the left side there of the channels in the Discord, down way towards the bottom, NFT talk. So, you know, you're all able to get in there. You're all invited. I just tagged you guys so you can get in real easy. What's up? I'm gonna put that there. All right, you guys, bye. And see you in the Discord. Yep, down there. What is this? Assign a new host? No, wait, cancel. I have to like end meeting. That's a different thing. Why do I have no link here to end?